From Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass., this is Nepsac football on LSP. Today, it's the Tabor Seawolves with a record of 2-5, visiting the Lawrence Academy Spartans with a record of 1-6 in the season finale for both teams. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. Well, both these teams have had kind of a rough season, especially for Lawrence Academy, coming off 3 of the last 4 Nepsac Bowl championships. 1-6, had to forfeit a couple of games. It's been a rough year, but hopefully, as the term goes, this will just be a rebuilding year, and they can get the. It's a matter of just kind of a small roster that LA is working with this year, but they hope to come back strong next year. It's been a test for first-year head coach Jason Swepson, but he's still got plenty of talent to play with, including junior quarterback Brady Martin and sophomore running back Tony Muse, who, if you remember, last year ran for 6 touchdowns in the Kevin Fleming Bowl victory against Phillips Andover. The teams have broken the coin toss. Looks like Tabor Academy is going to receive. Lawrence won the coin toss and deferred to the second half. LA will be going left to right in the white helmets, navy blue jerseys with white numbers and white pants, the Penn State motif. And Tabor will be going right to left in the black jerseys with black helmets, white jerseys with maroon numbers, and black and red pants. Senior Day, homecoming for Lawrence Academy. Final game for senior captain Josh Aruda, who also had a good game in the last year's Kevin Fleming Bowl. And the final game for Jesse Pierce, the kicker, who is ready to tee things up. And I have a feeling he's going to need one of his teammates to hold the ball on the tee by the time he kicks it off, because it is bright, brisk, and breezy today, 42 degrees, and the wind blowing across the field from sideline to sideline. So that is going to make things very interesting for the kicking game. So Pierce will tee it up. And back deep to receive for Tabor are Cole Hetnarski and Colton Mayers. Clock is set to 12 minutes, and as predicted, the ball blows off the tee. So coming up to hold it will be Jack Taylor, a freshman from Westboro, Mass., number 24 in your programs. So Taylor will hold it. And again, it's Hetnarski and Mayers back deep to receive. Pierce is ready. We are underway in Central Mass. This is a kind of a short kick. It'll be fielded about the 17-yard line. And question, that's not Hetnarski. That is Evan Chase, who cuts right, gets across the 35, close to the 40, still on his feet, across the 40 to about the 42 or 3-yard line of Tabor. It'll be excellent starting field position on a 26-yard return by Evan Chase. Chase is a junior out of Marion, Mass., a Tabor local. And the Tabor offense will take to the field. And they are led by quarterback Reed Tolley, junior from Rye, New York. Tolley is in the pistol formation with two wideouts to the far side right. He tries to catch the defense offside. There is a flag. There's a free play. It's down the near sideline, and no pass interference call. Good defense by Tony Muse, defending the much taller Connor Peterson, 6'5", 205, compared to Muse's 5'9", 175, but it was offside on Lawrence Academy, so Muse did what he had to do to prevent the completion, and Tabor will only get 5 yards out of it, but it's 1st and 5. The shotgun pistol handoff off right guard, and stopped by the Lawrence Academy defense at about midfield. Taking the carry there was number 24, Jared Lankowski, junior out of Lakeville, Mass. Lankowski picks up 2. It'll be 2nd and 3. Handoff to Lankowski again, off right guard, trying to get across midfield. He gets to midfield, but is stopped there after a gain of 1. And that'll make it 3rd and 2 from the 50.
Let's go, D!
Two tight ends, one wide out to either side, shotgun set. This will be Tolley taking the handoff, taking the snap rather, handing off across the 50 to the 49, and this is going to be a close play here. And looks like they spotted him the nose of the ball shy of the first down marker. Lankowski picks up 1. It'll be 4th and 1 from the 49. And an interesting play call here coming up for Tabor. They get 5 yards on the offside penalty. And now 4th and 1 up the middle. They stopped him. Coming up for the first hit was Thomas Madigan, the senior from right here in Groton, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Committed to the run after getting the free 5 yards and come up a yard short. Lankowski carried it all 4 times and only got 4 yards. So the ball spotted at the 49-yard line for Brady Martin and the Lawrence Academy offense. And okay, so we've had a little bit of a change in jersey here. Josh Aruda, who has number 10 on defense, has just changed into the number 55 shirt on offense to play offensive line. That is the kind of year that Lawrence Academy has been having. So here's Martin in the shotgun with 2 wideouts to the near side right. Muse is the lone setback. Martin takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Muse, rolls right, looking downfield, fires, it is caught, complete to Jesse Pierce, cuts it back to the middle, it is a touchdown, 51 yards! He caught him up the 30, had a lot of room, and just cut by the lone defender in front of him to his left. So Pierce, after scoring the touchdown, will attempt the extra point out of the hold of Reed Bailey. So a good start to senior day for Lawrence Academy. They get the turnover on downs, and then one play, 51 yards for the touchdown from Martin to Pierce. Pierce for the extra point, and it is up, and it is good. And with 9:36 to go in the first quarter, it is the LA Spartans 7 and the Tabor Seawolves nothing. This is Nepsac football on LSP. Nepsac football on LSP is brought to you by Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. Considering an independent high school, log on to laspartans.com for complete information on their programs, and be sure to tour their beautiful campus with their new turf field complex. That's one of the things the jersey number coding system with football means that Josh Aruda can't play offensive line if he's wearing number 10. That's why I had to switch to number 55. I mean, I don't like it. It's just so stupid. Let them wear what they want to wear. Doug Flutie wore number 22 as a quarterback. This is a muffed kick at the 10-yard line on the kickoff, having a hard time fielding it, and cutting to the right and cutting back towards the middle and being stopped outside the numbers at about the 20. That is Colton Mayers. So 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. I'd give him a little more than that. 1st and 10 for the Seawolves after starting the first drive on the 41, 42 about. They are backed up considerably further to start their second drive. Tully in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off, and wrapped up before he can even get back to the line of scrimmage is Lankowski. Lankowski loses 3 yards. He's got 5 rushes for 1 yard right now. 2nd and 13, clock rolling at 9:05. Ball will be spotted on exactly the 20.
Yeah, did the twins come?
3 wideouts to the near side left, 1 to the far side right. Tully in the shotgun with the lone setback, Lankowski. Tully takes a snap, hands off to Lankowski, and he's wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. And there for the stop. Trying to get the jersey number there. It's a 77 we don't have on the roster. So it's a... They actually did give him the line of scrimmage, so... 3rd and 13 for the Seawolves, 8:13 to go in the first quarter. Tully in the shotgun, Lankowski the lone setback, 2 wideouts to either side. Tully takes the snap, rolls left, under duress from Aruda behind him. He takes off, across the 25, trying to get to the 30, and he should have enough for a first down here as he is out of bounds across the 35-yard line. So a busted play. And they mark him down at exactly the 35. It's a pickup of 15 for Tully. So 1st and 10 from the Tabor 35. 2 wideouts to either side, 1 setback. Tully takes the snap, looks left, fires. Complete. And with the saving tackle is Jesse Pierce on Connor Peterson. First pass completion of the game for Tolly. It's good for 8 yards to the 43. It'll be 2nd and 2. 2nd and 1, actually. They gave him 9 yards. Tolly takes the shotgun snap, looks right, fires, and it is almost one-handed out of the air, but dropped by Will Hoyt. So that'll make it 3rd and 1. Try to go a screen pass to the wide receiver. These wide receivers are pretty big. Hoyt at 6'4", Peterson at 6'5". Size advantage, you would figure, favors the Seawolves. There is a little bit of discrepancy as to what a Seawolf is in terms of how they're depicted in high school and college mascots. The Stony Brook Seawolves have an actual wolf. Tabor's mascot is an orca. 3 wides to the far side right. One to the near side left. Taking it himself is Tolly across the 45 and close to midfield for a first down. It's a pickup of 5 for Tolly. He's got 2 carries for 20 yards. And as we approach 6:45 to go, it's 1st and 10 from the Tabor 49. 3 wideouts to the near side left, 1 to the far side right. Tolly in the shotgun. Lankowski, the lone running back. Tolly takes the snap, hands off. Lankowski cuts it off left tackle and is stopped right at the 50 for a gain of 1. Second and 9 from midfield for the Seawolves. So Lankowski, LA's been able to key in on, but Tolly has been harder to stop these first 2 drives for Tabor, for the LA defense, that is. Tolly with a bunch, 3 wideouts to the far side right, 1 to the near side left, takes the snap, looks over the middle, flush from the pocket to his right, looking downfield, fires, it is complete, and across the 40 and tripped up there at about the 38-yard line. That is Connor Peterson with his 2nd reception, and it's good for a first down. And a timeout called by Jason Swepson, and he recognizes that the passing game is difficult for the LA defense to stop. It's a pickup of 11, by the way, for Peterson. And Peterson's got 2 completions, 2 receptions for 20 yards, and that is the total 2 of 2 for 20 for Tolly. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. Out of the timeout, 1st and 10 for Tabor from the 38 of Lawrence Academy. And another offside flag is thrown. Free play down the far sideline. It is a jump ball and caught. And there's is that another flag coming in, or was that just a leaf? But nonetheless, great defense, great play by Connor Peterson, outclassing Tony Muse, and that will be good enough for a first down. They will decline the offside flag. It is a pickup of 30 yards to the 8. So it looks like they're going to try to exploit that matchup all game. 3 of 3 for 50 yards is Tolley, and they're all to Peterson. 2 wideouts to either side, 1st and goal from the 8. Tolley looking right, fires, it is incomplete. And our mystery number 77 with the defense there. Clock stopped at 4:55, 2nd and goal from the 8. Well, so much for the breeze affecting the passing game. Tolley in the shotgun, 2 wideouts to either side, 1 running back, takes the snap, looking over the middle, now flush to his right, fires, it is nearly intercepted, but deflected down. Josh Aruda with the defense initially, and it'll be 3rd and goal from the 8. Same formation, 2 wideouts to either side. Lankowski the lone setback next to Tolley in the shotgun. Tolley takes the snap, looks left, fires complete to Peterson. Peterson cuts it towards the middle and is tripped up but gets into the end zone for the Tabor touchdown. Peterson's 4th catch for 58 yards. That wasn't a fade route, that was just a short screen. And Tabor's going to go for 2 points here, 2 wideouts to either side. They will pass again, and the pass is knocked down. No, they caught it? What? What? Are you serious? That looked, our mystery number 77 looked like he got his mitts on it, but then it deflected right into the lap of, who was that? Was that Peterson again, or is that 84, 87, or 81? So that was Ben Ackerman, another tall wideout at 6'2", junior from Hingham, and he gets the catch and the 2 points. And with 4:40 to go in the first quarter, it is the Tabor Seawolves 8 and the Lawrence Academy Spartans 7. This is Nepsac football on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. Gabriel Martinez Gamer is going to kick off here for Tabor. Breeze not affecting Gamer's kick. This is a pooch kick. A fair catch has been called for at about the 35-yard line. And making the catch is Jack Coate, junior from Lunenburg, Mass. So here's the dance again with Aruda changing into the 55 jersey.
Are you going to come and join us on Thursday after work, are you? It's Cody.
Jack Coate, my mistake. And Martin onto the field. Well, it's hard to evaluate an offense after they go one play, 51 yards for a touchdown, but obviously Tabor took some cues from LA throwing in the high winds, and they used it to their advantage to go 80 yards for their first touchdown. Martin is under center here with Muse as the deep back, 2 wideouts to the far side left. The pitch goes to Muse across the 35, and he plows out across the 40 and close to the 45. Nearly got a first down out of something that should have been stopped after just a couple yards. Muse picks up 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2 from the 43. So Muse's carry, first carry of the game is good. Actually, they gave him 9. So 2nd and 1. Initial linesman was initially on the 43, but they moved him up to the 44. So 2nd and 1. 2 wideouts to either side. 2 tight ends. Martin under center. Muse the lone setback. It'll be Muse going up the middle. That's not really his game at his size, 5'9", 175, but he gets close to the first down marker. Looks like he's right on the 45. And that should be enough for a first down. Yep, the ball is clearly across the 45, so that'll be 1st and 10 after a gain of 1 for Muse. 2 carries for 10 yards for Tony Muse, who went by Juan Muse last year. Martin to the huddle with a play from head coach Jason Swepson. 3:16 to go here in the first quarter. Martin's in the shotgun with 2 wideouts to either side. Muse, the lone setbacks, hunched over to his right. LA going left to right in the white helmets, blue jerseys, and white pants. Martin's going to throw, steps back, checks down. It's caught by Pierce. Pierce tries to evade his defender and is wrapped up. Forward progress, if he had just given himself up, would have been at the 50, but instead he goes back to the 48. It's still a gain, though, a pickup of 3. And Pierce has his 2nd reception for 54 yards. We're under 2.5 to go in the first quarter. 2nd and 7 for the Spartans from their own 48. 3 wideouts in this set for the Spartans. 1 to the far side left, 2 to the near side right. Muse the lone setback, hunched over to Martin's left. Martin claps his hands, takes the snap, hands it off to Muse. Muse across the 50, getting to the 45, 40, takes the cut to the middle, walks the tightrope, 20, 15, 10, and he's tripped up just inside the 10. The last minute tackle, the last gasp by Colton Mayers put Muse on the seat of his pants, but it's enough for a 1st and goal for the Spartans from the 7 of Tabor. It is a pickup of 45. So 3 carries for 55 yards for Tony Muse. Clock running, 1:40 to go in the first quarter. Well, Josh Arruda is no longer wearing the number 55 jersey. They're going to let him play offensive line with the number 10. He's playing right tackle. 2 wides to the far side left. Martin under center. Pitches to Muse. 10, 5, touchdown, Tony Muse. Muse goes outside the numbers for a 7-yard touchdown, and LA reclaims the lead at 13-8. So it looks like LA's going to go for 2 here, try to get a full touchdown lead. They'll go with the shotgun set, 1 wide out to either side. Muse hunched over to Martin's right in the shotgun, fakes the handoff to Muse. Now Martin rolling right, he can just walk into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And with 1:14 to go in the first quarter, it is the LA Spartans 15 and the Tabor Seawolves 8. This is Nepsac football on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. The shadows are starting to creep over the field here, coming from our sideline on the near side of the far side. We've got the lights ready to go late in the game. Jack Taylor will hold this one for Jesse Pierce. The kickoff is a long one that will be fielded about the 11-yard line. One cut to the right, now back to the middle, now back to the right and tripped up at about the 30-yard line. That is Colton Mayers. That'll be, let's see where they mark him down. I gave him the 32, it looks like. So Tabor offense back to work. 3 wideouts to the near side left, 1 to the far side right. It is Tolley in the shotgun with Lankowski. The handoff goes to Lankowski off right tackle and is tripped up before he can get to the 35. Or is he on the 35? Yeah, they gave him the 35. It'll be a pickup of 3, and that'll make it 2nd and 7. 8 carries for just 5 yards for Lankowski as we are at 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. This will likely be the last play of said first quarter. Three wideouts to the near side left, 1 to the far side right. Lankowski in the shotgun with Tolley. Tolley takes the shotgun snap, looks right, fires immediately. It's caught. Wide open there is Peterson. Peterson does a couple of tackles and walks the tightrope on the far sideline, out of bounds, enough for a first down. Connor Peterson gets to the 45. Pickup of 12. And it was out of bounds, so it'll be one more play here. For Tabor in the first quarter. Lankowski on the handoff, and he's wrapped up at the 45. No gain. Is coming up to make the tackle is the senior Thomas Madigan. And that'll do it for the first quarter with your score from Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. The LA Spartans 15 and the Tabor Seawolves 8. This is Nepsac football on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of any LSP video broadcast. One of several different designs of bumper stickers or T-shirts. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store or the LSP Facebook page after the game to place your order. Remember, all orders within the continental United States come with free shipping. Mismatch downfield and no flag as Tony Muse was hip to hip with Peterson. So the first incompletion of the game was on a home run ball going for Connor Peterson. So 2nd and 10 from the 45 of Tabor as we are underway in the second quarter. Tolley looks left, completes. Peterson across midfield, cuts it left, across the 45 for a first down, and first down dragging defenders across the 40. Coming way over the top to try and slow him down was Josh Aruna. Aruna led nearly to the height of the crossbar of the goalpost to try and slow him down. And it wasn't enough, as it is a pickup of 17 to the 38 of Lawrence Academy for Peterson. Six catches for 87 yards for Peterson. 11:20 to go. Tolley takes the snap, looking over the middle, fires, it's complete. Guess who? Peterson, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. 38 yards. Seven catches for 125 yards for Peterson. And we're not even a minute into the second quarter. Tabor will line up for the two-point conversion. Two wideouts to either side, and the lone setback is Jared Lankowski. Tolley takes the snap, looking right, now is flushed from behind to his left, and he will run in for the two-point conversion. So this back and forth affair continues. And after 52 seconds gone by in the second quarter, 11:08 to go, Tabor 16, LA 15. This is Nepsac football on LSP. LSP's next broadcast is Tuesday night at 6:55 p.m. when the Mass Bay Buccaneers host the Holyoke Cougars at NJCAA men's basketball action. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store.
What age? 7th grader, 9th grader, so 14 and 12.
Gamer, it's a pooch kick, and this will be fallen on by Sean McGivern. I believe, was that McGivern or is it, excuse me, it was Daniel Rodier, my mistake. Daniel Rodier smothers that one at about the 39-yard line of LA. So, first and 10 for the Spartans as they look to answer in this high-scoring affair. 2 touchdowns for either side. And again, we're just 52 seconds into the second quarter.
My kids, they're on me already to get tickets for this year. Well, it's kind of possible. It is possible.
Martin is under center with 2 wideouts to the near side left, 1 tight end on either side, and Muse the deep back. The handoff will be fake to Muse. Martin rolls left, shovel pass to Muse, cuts back to the middle, 45, and dragged down by his ankles at about the 49 of LA, and it'll actually give him midfield. That's good for 11 and a first down. So Martin is 3 of 3 for 65 yards. 10:40 to go, ball spotted at exactly midfield. Martin in the shotgun, 2 wideouts to either side. takes the snap. It's a high one. Hands off to Muse. Cross the 45, 40. Dragging defenders to about the 35. It's another first down for Tony Muse. He'll pick up 15, and he's got 77 yards rushing. 77 yards rushing on 5 carries for Tony Muse. Martin into the huddle with the play from Coach Swepson. LA with 3 timeouts remaining. Tabor has all 4. Martin in the shotgun with Muse to his left, 2 wideouts to the far side right, 1 to the near side left. Martin takes the shotgun snap, hands off to Muse, off right tackle, 30, 25, and he's got another first down inside the 25-yard line, close to the 20. Ball be spotted at about the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 12 for Muse. 6 carries for 89 yards for Tony Muse, and he will be spelled by Ryan Gomez, freshman from Salem, New Hampshire. And Swepson and Martin are standing at the 40 on the near sideline. And it looks like they're going to use a timeout here. Yes, they are. So a timeout taken by Lawrence Academy. They've got 2 timeouts remaining with 8:53 to go in the first half. Tabor 16, LA 15. This is Nepsac football on LSP. Nepsac football on LSP is brought to you by Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. Considering an independent high school, log on to lawrenceacademy.info for complete information on their programs, and be sure to tour their beautiful campus with their new turf field complex. LaSpartans.com. When we originally wrote that promo, lawrenceacademy.info was a thing. Now I just tell you to go to LaSpartans.com. So out of the timeout, 2 wideouts to the near side left, 1 to the far side right, 1 tight end, and the lone setback is Muse. Martin takes a snap, fires to the far side. It's Jesse Pierce trying to force his way across the 20 to the 15, and he is kept in bounds at about the 18-yard line. So that's a pickup of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Still no incompletions yet for Brady Martin. He's 4 of 4 for 70 yards. And 59 of them have gone to Pierce. 2 wideouts on the near side left, 1 to the far side right. Shotgun set, and Muse the lone setback with Martin. Martin takes the snap, hands it off to Muse, cuts it up the middle. 15-10, and plows ahead of the 10-yard line for a first down for the Spartans, but there's a whistle, and the referee says holding against Lawrence Academy. So that'll wipe out the first down gain for Muse. So that'll back it up to the 28. It'll be 2nd and 15. Bunch 3 wide outs to the far side right, 1 wide out to the near side left. Martin takes the shotgun snap, flush from the pocket, under duress. He's got to throw it away, and he avoids an intentional grounding penalty as the nearest receiver to it was Jared Lucido. Freshman from Gloucester, Mass., but that'll make it 3rd and 15. So instead of 1st and goal from the 8 on that nice rush by Muse, LA backed up 3rd and 15 from the 28, 4 down territory as you would imagine at this level. Two wide outs to the far side right, 1 to the near side left. Shotgun set with Muse as the lone setback for Martin. Martin takes the snap, hands it off to Muse. He's going to try and plow ahead, and the front line of Tabor is there to stop him before he can get to the 25-yard line. Leading the charge for Tabor was number 77, Nicholas Lasardo, senior from Harrisville, Rhode Island. It is but a 3-yard gain for Muse. 7 carries for 92 yards, 4th and 12 rather, and let's see what LA chooses to do here on 4th down. You figure they're going to go for it. This is a 5 wideout set. Muse is the slot receiver on the near side left, 2 wideouts there in the bunch on the right side. Martin, shotgun snap, takes it, is flushed right, looking downfield, fires! It is caught! A jump ball at the 2-yard line! Matt Reagan! Matt Reagan, the freshman from Westboro, using every inch of his 6'4" frame to come down with that one, and it is 1st and goal from the 3 on a pickup of 25 yards. 5 for 5 for 95 yards is Martin. 1st and goal from the 3. Martin under center, hands off, Muse tries to cut it right and then cuts it back left for the touchdown. Muse with 8 carries for 95 yards and 2 touchdowns. 21-16 with the decision to kick the extra point or go for 2 pending by the LA offense. And Martin is on the field, so looks like we're going to go for 2 again. 5:54 to go in the first half. I mean, it's not to say that Jesse Pierce isn't a capable kicker, but but with Tabor going for 2 and the offense is being so successful today, we haven't had a punt yet. Go for broke. Martin under center, fakes the handoff to Muse, rolls right, under duress, turns back left, turns back right, has to chuck it towards the end zone, and it is caught! Are you kidding me? Jesse Pierce! In the back of the end zone, the second jump ball of the drive. Are you not entertained? 5:54 to go in the first half. LA 23, Tabor 16. This is Nepsac football on LSP. Want LSP to Tabor broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Pierce is ready to kick it off. It's a low-line drive that will be fielded at about the 27-yard line and fallen on there. Peter Wemple nearly coughed it up, one of the upbacks, and he falls on it. Ball will be spotted at the 29-yard line of Tabor. LA going right to left, by the way, in the white helmets, blue jerseys, and white pants, and Tabor going left to right in the black helmets, white jerseys with maroon numbers, and black and red pants. Balls are the 29 of the Seawolves, 1st and 10. 3 wideouts to the near side right, 1 to the far side left. Tolley in the shotgun with Lankowski. Lankowski to Tolley's left. Tolley tries to catch him offside. He nearly did it again. Flag is down. Free play down the far sideline. It is caught. Peterson again across the 35, across the 30. That's the 3rd time that LA has been caught offside. I think LA was arguing that Peterson pushed off when he was making that catch. 43 yards for Peterson. $168 yards on 8 catches for Peterson. Pass is complete. Oh, it's bobbled, and they say it is incomplete. It was caught initially by Colton Mayers, but he never fully had control of it. And it bobbled out of bounds by the time the LA defense could pick it up. So an incompletion, a rare incompletion for Tolley, but he is 10 of 12 thus far. 9 of 11. Tolley fires downfield. It is incomplete over the middle, and Ben Ackerman should have had that catch. He had a lot of space, but he wasn't quick enough to catch up to it over the middle. So back-to-back incompletions, and it'll be 3rd down. Starting 8 of 10, pass down the left sideline is incomplete, intended for Mayers. So after the big completion to Peterson, it's 3 straight incompletions for Tolley. He's now 9 of 13 after starting 8 of 9. 4th and 10 from the 28 of Lawrence Academy. Tolley in the shotgun. 2 wideouts to either side. Lankowski the lone setback. Tolley takes the snap, looking over the middle, under duress, runs up the middle, still on his feet, nearly runs into his own lineman, throws it downfield, and it is incomplete, and it is a 4th down stop as Josh Aruda has had the last bit of pressure coming off, climbing off of Tolley on the last bit of pressure, and he threw it down the near sideline, the right sideline, incomplete. And the LA defense forces its 2nd turnover on downs of the game. Again, we still have not had a punt today. 4:51 to go in the first half, and let's see how LA responds. So 0 for his last 4, and 2 for his last in 2 of his last 7. is Tolley. Martin in the under center here. 2 wide outside their side. Deep back is Muse. Muse is wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. First loss of the game accumulated by Muse. And not even a loss. He did get back to the line of scrimmage. Still averaging over 10 yards a carry. 9 carries for 95 yards. 4:20 to go. A nice day here in Groton, Mass. It's clear, bright, brisk, and breezy, as I said at the beginning of the broadcast. 42 degrees. It's cooled down significantly since then. Martin in the shotgun. Low snap, picks it up. Gets away from the front line, now takes off across the 30 on the near side, 35, and brought down about the 38-yard line. Busted play close to a first down. Mayers was there on the tackle. And they do give him the first down. It's a gain of 11 to the 39. Two carries for 13 yards for Brady Martin. .325 to go in the first half. Ball's on the 39-yard line of Lawrence Academy. Like to try and bleed this one dry and have their score be the last play of the first half. Then they get the ball to start the second half. Martin hands off to Muse. Muse around right tackle. 45, 50, 45, 40, and out of bounds inside the 40-yard line is Tony Muse. Martin was upset about something. He pumped his fist. I think he was looking for a penalty call. I'm not sure what it would have been, but 22-yard gain of the 39. For Tony Muse, he's got 10 carries for 117 yards. Martin back on the field with the play. 2:35 to go in the first half. Two wide outs on the near side left, one to the far side right. Shotgun set. Martin with Muse to his right. Martin takes the snap, looks right, fires. Pierce falls down, completing the catch at exactly the 35-yard line. So it's a pickup of 4 to Pierce. Martin is 7 of 7 for 101 yards passing, by the way. Tabor caught in a hectic change here. One of their players tripped getting into defensive positioning before the snap. Martin takes the snap, is looking left, now is flushed right, chucks it downfield, and it is dropped. Jack Cody had his hands on it, but it was tailing towards the far sideline. And that'll make it 3rd and 6. That is Martin's first incompletion of the game. It's now 7 of 8. 1:26 to go, clock stopped. 3rd and 6 from the Tabor 35. Two wide outs on the near side left, one to the far side right. Shotgun set. Martin takes the snap. Muse going out of the pocket. Martin chucks it downfield. It's complete to Pierce. Across the 30, 25-20, down the near sideline, 15, and dragged down out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. 23 yards from Martin to Pierce. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. 1:13 to go. Clock is stopped. One wide out to the near side left, two to the far side right. Martin under center, Muse the deep back. One tight end in this formation. It's Matt Reagan. He's on the right side of the line. Handoff to Muse. Runs into his blocker and somehow still gets positive yardage out of it. 11 carries for 119. Under a minute to go. Clock rolling. Shotgun set. Martin takes the snap. Tries to check down to Muse. Muse cuts it back. Up the middle. 5. Tumbles into the end zone for the touchdown. That is Muse's first receiving touchdown of the game and his third overall. He's got 2 catches for 21 yards. He's got 130 yards of offense total. Martin completes his 10th pass in 11 tries, 9th pass in 10 tries rather, for 134 yards. And now LA going for 2. Martin under center, Muse the deep back. 2 tight ends on the right side of the line, 2 wideouts on the near side left. Pitch to Muse. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And with 43 seconds to go in the first half, it is the LA Spartans 31 and the Tabor Seawolves 16. This is Nepsac football on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. 43 seconds to go. Tabor has all 4 timeouts, so if they get good field position on this kickoff, they could make a run at a last-second score before the half. Remember, LA gets the ball to start the second half. Pierce will kick it off under the hold of Jack Taylor. Pierce is ready, and a whistle, and Jason Swepson calls timeout. Interesting what Swepson has in mind here, calling the timeout before his own kickoff. This leaves LA with 1 timeout, so you're not exactly thinking, well, we could try a squib kick or an onside kick and try to get one last gasp at it, but I don't see the point in that, so was it a personnel change that they wanted to make? Well, whatever it is, they break the huddle. Don't see any significant differences in the lineup here. All right, so again, it's Pierce to kick it off. Taylor holding it. This is a low-line drive that will be fielded at about the 30-yard line, across the 40, and being stopped at the 45 is the man who muffed the last LA kickoff, Peter Wemple. He gets a return of 15 yards to the 45. So, with 37 seconds, all 4 timeouts, and just 55 yards to go, this is very doable for Tabor's offense. We've seen them, but this, of course, implies that they'll have the success they had before their last drive, in which they got big pass to Peterson for 43 yards, and then stalled on 4 straight incompletions at about the 28-yard line of Lawrence Academy. 37 seconds to go. Tolley in the shotgun, looking over the middle. Now fires to the right side. It's complete. It's Mares over the 45 and tripped up there. And they will stop the clock for a first down. It's the 44 of LA. It's an 11-yard pickup, and Tabor immediately calls timeout with 28 seconds to go. So that breaks a streak of 4 straight incompletions by Tolley. That is Mares' first completion, by the way. He's got 1 catch for 11 yards. Mares was the target on 2 of those incompletions when the Seawolves had the ball down at the 28 on their last drive. 2 wideouts to either side. Lankowski the lone setback in the shotgun with Tolley. Tolley takes the shotgun snap, looking left, fires. It is complete. No! Mares dropped it! It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 44 of LA with 22 seconds to go. Clock is stopped. Let's see where Peterson is. Peterson is going to line up on the near side right. He's the lone wideout on the right side. And wisely, they're putting Pierce on him and not Muse. They're basically grill to grill right now. Tolley gets away from a couple of defenders and shanks this pass. Might have been deflected a little bit there by 57 we don't have. So it'll be 3rd and 10 with 14 seconds to go. It's cold, folks. I'm just wearing a hoodie. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 44.
Do you want me to give you a blanket? It's a thick one. Yes.
Go!
2 wideouts to either side. Tolley in the shotgun with Lankowski. Takes a snap, looking over the middle. Now fires right. It's knocked out. It's intercepted at the line. And trying to take it all away is Matt Reagan. He's out of bounds at the Tabor 31. There's a flag at the end of the play. Is this going to be for... the flag's actually back at the line of scrimmage, too. We got to sort this one out. There's flags at the end of the play. There's flags at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what the official says.
All right, Matt.
We're going to sort this out. It is blocking the back on Lawrence Academy. So, well, with 4 seconds to go, your only hope of really getting a score if you were Lawrence Academy is that that penalty doesn't happen. You can take one last chuck towards the end zone from the 30, but that is not going to happen. LA is backed up to their own 30. They're just going to take a knee here, and that'll do it for the first half. But another big stop by the Lawrence Academy defense. They have forced 3 turnovers. 2 2 on downs and 1 on this interception by Matt Reagan. So Matt Reagan with the interception. Martin takes the knee, and we will go to halftime with your score from Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. The LA Spartans 31 and the Tabor Seawolves 16. This is Nepsac football on LSP. Welcome back to the second half of Nepsac football on LSP. Oh my God, it is cold. No more hiding it. It wouldn't be so much. It actually probably wouldn't be so much of a problem if it wasn't breezy. Hans' team is on for this pooch kick to begin the second half, and LA will get good starting field position at about their own 43-yard line to begin the second half. Sam Fielder here with you from Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. LA with a 31-16 lead on top of Tabor. 9 of 10 for 134 passing with 2 touchdowns. Is Brady Martin and Tony Muse, 142 all-purpose yards and 3 touchdowns. Meanwhile, Connor Peterson, 8 receptions, 168 yards and 2 touchdowns for Tabor. One more half to go, folks. Here we go. Martin under center, Muse the deep back, one wide out to either side. Handoff comes to Muse, and he is lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. He might, I'll give him a yard, because that's what Muse can do. He can get even a little something out of nothing, sometimes a lot of something. He's that good. Actually gave him 2 yards, wow. 13 carries, 423 yards for Tony Muse. He dips below the 10 yards per carry average. Well, I'm sure nobody's weeping for him. He always has good games like that. Shotgun set, 2 west on the near side left. Martin standing in the pocket, now has to take off, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage as he's dragged down by his ankles. And leading the charge there was Arthur Lotuff and Sam Hazard. $10:50 counting to go in the third quarter. LA faced with a 3rd and 8 from their own 45. 2 wideouts to either side. This is actually going to be a 4 wideout, 1 tight end set. Muse is the slot receiver to the far side right. Martin clasps his hands, takes the snap, looking left, now under duress, fires, out of the reach of Muse. He nearly had it. And upcoming is our first punt of the game. Comes with 10:19 to go in the third quarter. LA has faced 4th down just once. Tabor has turned it over twice on 4th down, so this is the first punt. A little shift in the formation here. Back deep to receive is Mares for Tabor. He's standing at about his 20. He waves his hand for the fair catch, and it takes an Tabor bounce, rather, and it is smothered at about the 35, 36-yard line. So a short punt. And actually, we have a whistle here, and there was a holding penalty on Tabor. So that's going to back up Tabor 10 yards. Just trying to figure out where was the penalty. So the penalty occurred at the 36, so that's where the play was stopped. There was a hold, so it'll be backed up to the 26-yard line. That's where Tabor will take over, 1st and 10. 10 to go here in the third quarter. Tolley with Lankowski in the shotgun. High snap. Hand off to Lankowski. Cross the 30 to about the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 to the 32. It'll be 2nd and 5. And for Lankowski, that's his longest rush of the game. He's got now 9 carries for 10 yards. 3 wideouts on the near side right, 1 to the far side left. Handoff again to Lankowski, and he's knocked down at the 30. Thank you. No, I'm all set. I'm all set. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm in. One of the LA parents helped me out with a blanket and gloves. I have gloves in the car, but I can't exactly leave the desk now. So Lankowski's knocked back a yard. 3rd and 6 from the 31. Tolley shovel pass to Lankowski, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So 4th and 6, and now Tabor will punt for the first time. Back deep at his 40 is Tony Muse. It is a high floating snap, but the blocking is good. Gives the coverage team time to get down there and force Muse to make a fair catch at his own 40 with 8:13 to go in the 3rd quarter. Nepsac football on LSP is brought to you by Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. Considering an independent high school, log on to lawrenceacademy.info for complete information on their programs, and be sure to tour their beautiful campus. LASpartans.com, I'm sorry. Be sure to tour their beautiful campus of their new turf field complex. I haven't drilled that one into my head yet. Oh, boy. Two wideouts on the near side left, 1 to the far side right. Martin in the shotgun with Muse. At the 40, Muse takes a handoff off a high snap. Muse trying to get the edge. Sidesteps the defender, 45 and close to the 50. Was forced way back, was behind his own 30 at one point during that run, and eventually gets 7 yards out of it to the 47. He's now at 130 yards rushing on 14 carries, and it'll be 2nd and 3. One wide out to either side, 2 tight ends. Shotgun set for Martin with Muse. Fake the handoff to Muse. Martin under duress, and he's going to be wrapped up for a sack. George Whitney and Nick Lasardo teaming up for the sack. A loss of 8, and it'll be 3rd and 11. Martin under center on 3rd and 11, 2 wideouts on the near side left. The pitch goes to Muse on the outside to the far side right, gets across the 40, still on his feet, but is stopped well before even the 45. So he gets 4 yards back, but it'll be 4th and 7. And once again, LA forced to punt. Jack Taylor will punt it. Mares is back at his own 35-yard line. Floating snap. It's a spiraling kick. It's muffed! And LA is falling on it! At the 32-yard line, Thomas Madigan. Mares couldn't handle it. He had a couple of drops in the first half, and now he muffs a punt that gives LA excellent field position at the 32. Two wideouts to the far side right, one to the near side left, one tight end. Lone set back in the shotgun is Muse. Martin takes the snap, hands off, Muse up the middle, 30, and pirouettes to the 25. And that'll be a gain of 8. At the 24, 2nd and 2. $16 carries for 142 for Muse. Two wideouts to the near side left, one to the far side right, one tight end. Lone setback is Muse to the right of Martin in the shotgun. Martin looks to his right, claps his hands, takes the snap, steps back, fires left. Muse on the check down, 20, tries to cut it back towards the middle and is stretching and is brought down at about the 16 for a first down on a gain of 8. So that's Muse's third reception for 29 yards. He is approaching 200 yards of total offense. Four minutes to go in the third quarter. Looking down on the sideline, I see Brian Sugar doing jumping jacks on the sideline, trying to stay warm. Two wideouts to the far side right, two tight ends. Shotgun snap, fake the handoff to Muse. Martin rolling right, tries to get away from the defender. He's forced towards the sideline, now comes back towards the middle, and it is rejected out of the air. A la Dikembe Mutombo, sans finger wag. And who was that? That was, looked to be Will Maluski swatting it out of the air. Yep, number 44 in white, number 1 in your hearts. So that'll make it 2nd and 10. Martin forced to the far sideline, threw across his body, trying to connect, and Maluski was right in his lap. He could have tried to make a play on that one and intercepted. He'd have some real estate to go back the other way, but instead just took the safe play, swatted it down. 2nd and 10 from the 16. Martin in the shotgun with Muse. Takes the snap, hands off to Muse. Muse trying to get outside the tackles. Gets past a couple of defenders, inside the 10, down to the 5, still on his feet. Are you kidding me? Touchdown, Tony Muse! 16 yards! We've got a whistle. We've got a player down at about the 12-yard line for Tabor, and he's flat on his back. Try to pick up who that is. And he's just flat on his back. His legs haven't really moved. He's talking, but again, we can't see the jersey number from here. And They're bringing the LA training staff out. Again, I can't see a jersey number from here, but kind of sucks the wind out of the exciting play that Tony Muse just made. They're firing up the medical cart. We could be here a while. There's players, there's staff and referees circling this this injured Tabor player. We hope we don't have to call in the ambulance, but given how long he's been down flat on his back, could be headed that way. You know, we talk about LA's low numbers in terms of roster size this year, and I mean, football participation has gone down considerably in recent years, especially in Massachusetts, just because of the high risk of serious injuries. Okay, now our down player is moving his legs, so that's a good sign, and he's moving his knees up and down, so that's good. Yeah, it's like serious injuries like that. That will deter parents from letting their kids play football, and just it's like it's tough. Like, football is such, you know, an integral portion of American culture, but it is a very, very dangerous sport, even with all the helmets and pads you wear and the safety measures you take, you know, like try to reduce head injuries, or making certain types of hits illegal. And our friend now, I think he's moving his left arm now, so you just don't want to get the gurney. You just don't want him to see him on a gurney. And this guy's been down for several minutes already. Haven't had an ambulance come yet. But they've opened the back gate on the far left corner of the field behind the end zone, and that's usually where the ambulance comes in if something like this happens. Seen it once before here. My time calling games at LA. Again, we don't have a jersey number for you, so we can't tell you who it is right now. Well, there is a gurney, and now here comes a police car. Or was that a gurney or is that just a blanket? Looks like a blanket. So, really. Police officer coming onto the field to check on the injured player. The blanket on this player now. It's like, I don't know if we're ever going to find out who it is. Apologize for the silence, folks, but again, we've got an injured Tabor player down on the far side of the field after the touchdown by Tony Muse to make it 37-16 with 3:10 to go. This player has been almost motionless. We've seen him move his arms and legs a little bit, but they've opened the back gate of the football field behind the west end zone, and a police officer has already arrived. And you would imagine we have the ambulance not far behind. And yes, here comes an ambulance right now, coming up Route 40, southbound. Yep, and that is an ambulance, and he's backing up into the driveway as we speak. Terrible situation. I mean, the only comfort we have is that we did see him move his arms and legs a little bit, but you cannot take any chances with injuries like this. You just wonder how much the cold is going to impact him, because that's why you bring the blanket out. And yep, they're bringing the ambulance onto the field, or almost to the field. They're bringing it in. They got to bring the stretcher out. Tough scene right here. And again, once the hit happened, he was down, and we couldn't get an angle on which jersey number it is, so unfortunately, we can't tell you who it is. Lawrence Academy players are going to use this moment to jog a little bit up and down the sideline just to get their blood moving, but again, this really puts a damper on what's been an exciting game to this point. Again, 37-16. 4 touchdowns for Tony Muse. Still have yet to kick an extra point or do the 2-point conversion after Muse's most recent touchdown. But when you play at the high school level, most players play both offense and defense. So there's double the risk for injury, really. Wind's howling. Sun is setting. Now more sirens coming up, coming down Route 40 South. Got a couple police cars and a fire truck coming. Looks like they're headed elsewhere, though. So John Bishop, if you're listening, I'll defer to you if you want me to continue the broadcast after this this injury. Again, I didn't see exactly what happened. It happened. I was focused on Tony Muse getting into the end zone, and the injury happened past that point. He's down on the 12-yard line. Again, he's flat on his back. He's been moving his arms and legs a little bit, but this is a tough scene. 3:10 to go in the third quarter, 37-16. Lawrence Academy on top of Tabor. And they've loaded him onto the stretcher. And the ambulance that was here, that was past us. And they were going somewhere else. Never mind. Our player's been being loaded into the ambulance right now. And again, I'm sorry we didn't get a jersey number for you on who was injured. We could tell you who it was, but hope he's going to be okay. So, back to football. Jesse Pierce is coming on. Looks like he's going to attempt the extra point. Looks like they're going to hold off until the ambulance is driven off, maybe. LA players hopping up and down, trying to get the blood going before this extra point. Again, it's Pierce to take it. Pierce with the right foot. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. And with 3:10 to go in the third quarter, it is Lawrence Academy Spartans 38 and the Tabor Seawolves 16. This is Nepsac football on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. So Pierce will kick off, Jack Taylor holding. 38-16 our score, 3:10 to go in the third quarter. Pierce hits a high line drive that'll be fielded at about the 20-yard line. Going to the far side, across the 30, and the 20-yard line to the 30-yard line, rather. And that was Evan Chase with the return. And he was down at about the 32-yard line, 33-yard line. Give him the 32. It'll be 1st and 10 there for the Seawolves. Same offensive unit still out there for Tabor. Tolley in the shotgun with Lankowski, 2 wideouts to either side. Tolley takes the shotgun snap, looks left, fires, and it is complete. And it's Peterson again, and he is swarmed before he can get to the 40. Stopped at the 39. It's a pickup of 7. It will be 2nd and 3. Peterson continues to have a fantastic game. He's now got 9 receptions for 175 yards. Tabor breaks the huddle at their own 39, 2nd and 3, 2:22 and counting. 2 wideouts to either side. Tolley takes a shotgun snap, fires over the middle. Pass is complete. Bouncing off his defender and across the 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Ben Ackerman. 61 yards for Ackerman. For Ackerman, that's just his 2nd catch of the game. He's got 63 yards. .159 to go, and Tabor lining up for the 2-point conversion to make it a 2-score game. Technically, it already is a 2-score game. It's 16. This would make it 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points. Tolley takes a snap, looks left, fires, and he overthrows his intended receiver, Mares. So, with 1:59 to go in the third quarter, LA 38, Tabor 22. This is Nepsac football on LSP. Want LSP to Tabor broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Muse is standing at his 22-yard line to take this kick. It is a onside kick, and it'll be smothered at the 48. And falling on it was Thomas Madigan. Was that Madigan or was that Rina Arasawa? Well, in any event, it is Lawrence Academy ball at their own 48 with 1:59 to go in the third quarter. Martin out there trying to get this lead back to 3 scores for the Spartans. Muse is the deep back, Martin under center, 3 wideouts. 2 to the near side left, 1 to the far side right. Martin takes the snap, hands off to Muse, and Muse is swallowed up. First to meet him was Nick Lasardo. And now Muse is down. Correction, it wasn't Lasardo, it was Sam Hazard. And now Muse is down, grabbing his right knee. Well, he gets up quickly. Trying to hop it off. He'll have to come off anyway because the play was stopped for him. And now he's being helped off the field. Trainer and coach alongside each arm, and that is a tough break. Of course, Muse, one of the most electrifying players in New England. 5'9" sophomore out of New Haven, Connecticut. He's put together another fantastic game here today. It'll be 2nd and 10. As Muse got no yards out of that. Got 18 carries for 168. The new running back is Ryan Gomez, freshman from Salem, New Hampshire. Martin looking to the sideline for the play. Well, the referee's still standing over the ball, so
140.
nope, not 454. Not. There we go. So we had to reset the clock to 140 after the injury. Muse is sitting down on the sideline. 2 wideouts on the near side left, 1 to the far side right. Gomez is the lone setback. Martin's going to throws to his right. It's complete to Pierce. Pierce escapes the tackler, gets across the first down marker and across the 40, inside the 40 to the 39. Pickup is for 13. Seven receptions for 114 for Pierce. Gomez in the shotgun with Martin. 2 wides to the near side left, 1 to the far side right. Martin surveying the defense. Under a minute to go. Clock running. Waiting for the play clock from the official to come down. Pass is complete to the right side at about the 35-yard line. That is, once again, Pierce. Pierce picks up 5 to the 29. It'll be 2nd and 5. 8 carries for 119, 8 receptions rather for 119 for Pierce. And LA's going to not take another snap this quarter. We go to the 4th quarter. It is Lawrence Academy Spartans 38 and the Tabor Seawolves 22. This is Nepsac football on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Muse still being worked on along the Lawrence Academy sideline as we begin the fourth quarter. LA going left to right in the blue jerseys with white numbers, white helmets, and white pants. Martin has 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts, and 1 running back. Aruda is the running back. They'll hand it off to him. Aruda gets across the 30 and close to the 25. Close to a first down. It is enough for a first down. Pickup is to the 27-yard line. First and 10. Aruda is the lone running back. Martin is under center. They're taking their time here. Martin takes the snap, hands off to Aruda. Aruda bounces it outside to the left, across the 25 to the 20, plowing ahead, still to the 15, and it'll have another first down. On a gain of 12. So no momentum lost going to Josh Aruda, one of the senior captains in his last game in a Lawrence Academy uniform. I think even if Muse is okay to play, he won't be coming back into this game unless Tabor gets it within 1 score again. Martin goes under center. 2 tight ends to either 1 tight end to either side, 1 wideout to either side. Aruda the lone setback. Martin's going to throw, looking left, now flushed right. Looking downfield. Comes to the near sideline. Wants to go left. He heaves it towards the end zone. Jump ball! Pierce caught it for the touchdown! Nine receptions for 134 yards for Pierce. And now he will attempt the extra point. Kick is up and it is good. And with 10:10 to go in the fourth quarter, it is the Lawrence Academy Spartans 45 and the Tabor Seawolves 22. This is Nepsac football on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of any LSP video broadcast or one of several different designs of bumper stickers or shirts. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store or the LSP Facebook page after the game to place your order. And remember, all orders within the continental United States come with free shipping. And Tony Muse being driven off the field in the trainer's cart. So a couple of big injuries for either side. Pierce to kick it deep. Evan Chase back deep to receive. And it will not be Chase. It bounces off the other man, Mares. Mares across the 15, 20, 25. Just gets across the 25. And it'll be 1st and 10 there for the Seawolves. So a 23-point ball game, 45-22. So when the score holds, it'll be a comforting way to end a disappointing season for the Spartans. And hopefully they'll be back stronger than ever next year. 3 wideouts to the near side left, 1 to the far side right for Tolly, who's in the shotgun. Lights are on here in Groton. Handoff to the right side goes Lankowski. Picks up 3. Lankowski has really been shut down this game. Is on the front for 5 yards. And right now he's at 11 carries for 12 yards. Three wideouts to the near side left, 1 to the far side right. Lankowski alone set back in the shotgun with Tolly. Tolly takes a shotgun snap, looking right, fires. It is over the head and out of the reach of his intended receiver on the far side right. It'll be 3rd and 7. (13 of 20 passing is Tolly. Tolly takes a shotgun snap, looking over the middle, fires down the right sideline. It is nearly intercepted. Aruda coming up to knock that one down. Was that Aruda or was that Cody? It was Cody, my mistake. 9:05 to go, 4th and 7. Pass is intended for Peterson. He's hauled down a bunch of those today, but not that one. 4th and 7, Tabor going for it. 9:05 to go. Pass over the middle is caught by Peterson in a double coverage between Pierce and Aruda. And he gets it up to the 39 for a gain of 11 and a first down. Pass over the middle, it is caught again. And going backwards with that one, he got it. That is Ackerman. He picks up 11, but he could have had 10 more if he hadn't gotten backwards. Ball's at midfield. 1st and 10 for Tabor. Tolly fires over the middle. It is caught. And it takes 3 men to finally wrap up Peterson. And Peterson with the ball at the 42 of Lawrence Academy. Has gone over 200 yards receiving. Tolly in the shotgun, 2 wideouts to either side, 7.5 to go, clock running. Tolly fakes the pass and is under duress, and he is wrapped up. Matt Reagan has an interception and a sack on the ball game. Also a nice catch on offense earlier on. He's got an interception, a sack, and a 25-yard reception on a 4th and 18. 3rd and 10. Tully is wrapped up. He is suplexed by Josh Aruda. The old German suplex there by Aruda. And it's 4th and 15. Boy, I wish I could get this kind of service at every game I worked. Tabor lining up to punt as the floating snap. And LA says get away from it. Takes a Tabor bounce, and it'll die at exactly the 30-yard line. 5:49 to go in the 4th quarter, and this is pretty much a foregone conclusion at this point.
Those are just double sticks. Yeah. That's what I wanted to paint. I wore that Sunday. We want rain. We're skiing. We want rain. We're skiing.
Martin is out there. First offense is still out there with 5:49 to go in the 4th quarter in a 45-22 game. Handoff goes to Aruda, and he's wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. It'll be 2nd and 11. LA, of course, in no hurry here. You know, I think it's cold right now. I have to drive up to Maine after this game. All the way to the Mid-Coast Mountains. Handoff to Aruda, off left tackle across the 35, and plows close to a 1st down. And he is across the 40 to the 41. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Spartans. 4:40 to go. Tabor defense jamming the box here. Handoff again to Aruda, tries to get it off left tackle. Scampers across a couple of defenders. 45, 40, 35, 30. Still on his feet and down close to the 25-yard line. It is a pickup of 35 to the 24. More than that, actually. Excuse me. Oh, that's right. 35. My bad. First and 10 from the 26-yard line. We're at 3.5 to go. Martin takes the snap, hands off, Aruda, and he's trying to escape from the defense from behind, but he is wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Number 76, who isn't in our programs, had the tackle for Tabor. Second and 12 after the loss of 2 by Aruda. Aruda trying to get off right tackle. Gets to the 30, which is further 2-yard loss. So it'll be 3rd and 14. from the Tabor 30. We approach 2 minutes to go. I like the idea of the fans behind the east end zone with a campfire over there. I didn't know you could even start one over there. I don't know how you start one over there. 3rd and 14. This will likely be another running play. Aruda, off left guard, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Picks up 4, 5, 3rd and 9. We're under 1.5 to go. Think LA is going to take the delay of game penalty here. Or I think they're just going to call timeout. Yep, delay of game penalty. Just to bleed some clock. Clock is running. And as we're under a minute to go, we want to get out of here as soon as possible so we don't freeze to death any more than we already have. So we'll start our sign-off now by letting you know this has been a presentation of local sports production serving Greater Boston student-athletes since 2011. Copyright 2018, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of local sports productions is strictly prohibited. LSP's next broadcast is Tuesday night at 6:55 p.m. when the Mass Bay Buccaneers host the Holyoke Cougars in NJCAA men's basketball action. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy DVD of the game at the LSP store. And be sure to follow LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Brady Martin took a knee. Tabor doesn't seem to be in any rush to take the last snap, so we are going to do it. Actually, that is... No, they are going to come on for the last snap. Guess it just matters for the over-under. Yeah, Vegas totally has a line on this. LA's going to go to both teams are going to finish the season at 2-6. Our players of the game, Jesse Pierce, Tony Muse, breezing, I can't corral my stat sheet. Jesse Pierce, Tony Muse, and Connor Peterson are 3 stars of the game. So, the final score from Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass., the LA Spartans 45 and the Tabor Seawolves 22. My name is Sam Feely, reminding you freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in.